Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting, subscribe and like the videos, it really helps. The content from this video are taken from the web novel and manga series of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now please enjoy the video. Volume 12 Chapter 7 The Desert Warriors Part 1 We aim towards Lapin while escorting Garuban. The members are Merchant Garuban, Escort Captain Barabadomu, Hawkeyes, Escort Karumurita the Bone Crusher, Escort Tonto the Big Blade, these four, and if you include me, Rudeus of the Quagmire, and Elinalise of the Dragon Road, that makes 6 of us. Furthermore, there's 6 camels, as well. I thought about attaching names to the camels as well, but it seems that if you run out of food in the desert, you eat the camels, so I decided not to do it. The first time I taste camel meat, I want to eat it deliciously without a sense of guilt. After all, we decided to go with a formation that we arranged beforehand. Fundamentally, its center is Garuban, Barabadomu is the head, and the sides are covered by Karumurita and Tonto. Elinalise and I are stationed in the back. It's become a shape where the 5 of us surround Garuban and the camels. No matter what direction an attack comes from, we're positioned to follow up and prevent any damage from reaching Garuban. It's the Imperial Cross. I thought Karumurita or Tonto would be better for the rear guard, but they're taking into consideration that I'm a magician, and it ended up becoming a shape where I work in coordination with Elinalise, who is familiar with me. Then, let's depart. First we leave the bazaar heading east. After moving to the east, it seems you arrive at a route almost like a main road. I don't really remember the name of the region very well, but if my memories are correct, then it's a route which thieves come out. For the time being, in regards to that matter, I seek counsel with Barabadomu in charge of security. The route for crossing the desert, there are no known roads. Besides, we're escorting for that sake. Unexpectedly, if we're caught, they might try to charge something like a passage fee. After all, passage fee? I wonder if there's that kind of thing as well. When in trouble, solve it with money. It's nice and easy to understand. That's right, even thieves are humans trying to live their lives. If you just hand over the things they want, they won't request any more than that. Handing over money to guys who don't work and aren't relatives or anything is a bit of a disgustingly bad story in my opinion. However, this time it's not like my pockets will suffer after all, so it's no problem. Although, even thieves are people. They might want things other than money or goods. For example, since Elinalise is erotic, they'll take her as well. If it comes down to that, it's a troubling story. The relationship between Garuban and us isn't all that strong. Even though it could be said that we saved his life, there's no way he would exchange his own life for ours. There's the possibility that we might be cut off as well. It might end up with just Elinalise and I fighting alone. Rudeus, you're making an uneasy face, but if we have a magician of your level, then thieves aren't all that frightening. Is that how it is? If it comes down to it, I'll manage to do something using seduction. And then, after being taken to the hideout of the thieves, tied up with chains and one after another taking their turn. It's surprisingly gentle, you know. You have experience with this. The result of my youth. It seems like Elinalise is full of composure. Even though I say that, the past is the past, now is now. If something were to happen to her, I wouldn't be able to face Cliff. Well, if it's just several tens or so of opponents, then I think we can manage somehow or other. Part 2 We started walking east through the desert. We were attacked by monsters many times. The herd that came charging at us, Beggarito Buffalo. The one that came rustling along the ground, Great Tarantula. The one that comes using wind magic from the sky, Air Force Eagle. The ones we had already identified, Raptor, and Cactus Trent, etc. But, thanks to Barabadomu discovering them at an early stage, it never turned into a large-scale battle. Barabadomu is a warrior possessing a demon eye. It seems that's why he's called Barabadomu, Hawkeyes, close to 2 meters tall, a brawny and muscular warrior. His age would be around 40 years old, I guess. The wrinkles on the corners of his eyes stand out, making his expression look somewhat cunning. His hairstyle has a peculiarity, the sides and back of his head go up to the top of it. He closely resembles some place's high school basketball club captain. It's a hairstyle that would match well if he started shouting, "It's fine," so to the taping. His demon eye is the same as Ghislaine, the magic power eye. It's an eye that can see the flow of magic power. That is generally used to search for enemies. It's a monster, everyone prepare for battle. He predicts attacks from monsters and changes in the weather quite accurately. Almost like Ryjord. His accuracy isn't as good as Ryjord though, but maybe because it's something learned through experience, the speed at which he discovered enemies was relatively fast. How nostalgic. Ghislaine used to use her eye and nose to find enemies like that. Elinalise narrowed her eyes and said that, after all, if you have an ally that can search out enemies, there's a vast difference in security. If the enemy is found, then I can attack from long range. At first I was using rock bullet, but since it started to become a pain trying to aim, I changed to the course of using wind magic to lift them and drop them to their deaths. It's nice since this way is easy. Using such large magic like that, will your magic power last? Probably, because I'm just using whatever works to defeat them. Barabadomu asked something like that. If it's only 1 day's worth, then it'll be fine. I see, I get it now. You're a great sorcerer, huh? What's that, great sorcerer you say? It holds the meaning of magician who has mastered a great path. No, it's not really something as amazing as that. In any case, a magician that doesn't put up a pretense of slacking off is rare. Within those known as magicians, there are guys who make the decision to only use half of their entire magic power during a single day. There were many magicians like that in the northern part of the central continent as well. For a magician who has low physical ability, when the time comes down to it, the only thing they can rely on is magic power after all. Naturally. Although, I haven't even been using half of it, you know. Keeping magic power in reserve is common sense among magicians. However, it seems among the warriors of the desert who don't know magicians well, it just appears lazy. It might be something related to his age, but it seems Barabadomu understands the meaning to why magicians preserve their magic power. After seeing how he wasn't surprised over the chantless casting, though it doesn't seem like he's all that knowledgeable about magic itself. It's good that you're not slacking off, but please think about preserving your magic power for the time when we need it, since there's 5 of us after all. Just stick with monsters that are designated as out of range, alright? Understood. There's no real necessity to hide that fact that I have a large quantity of aggregate magic power, though. There's no necessity to say it either. Even I myself don't really understand well where my limit is after all. Using it all I want and getting ahead of myself, then making a mistake, is something I don't want to do. That's it guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want more and don't forget to like the videos.